Hey,
Hello.
Claire.
Hello, hello. We should decide who's going to say hello first. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, really good. We've got beautiful weather here. I was sat outside in the sunshine earlier. Really
Nice.
nice. Well, I have
Nice.
got a word for you. Are you
Well,
ready for a word?
I am ready. Ready, ready.
I can't believe we haven't done this word actually. I looked through the list and I was like, how have we not done this word? Overwhelm.
Overwhelm. Oh. Hmm. If I allow myself to really get into it, I can feel the overwhelm, and where overwhelm naturally sits in me, it seems like deep in my chest. Yes, and
Same.
in my a little bit in my solar, I can feel it pressing down to my solar plexus. Yeah. Yeah. Overwhelm. Well, what is it really? It's just a whole bunch of thoughts of, for me, overwhelm tends to look like all of the things that I got to do, or all of the things that are on my list, or all of the things that I'm not getting to. It's usually in the way of things that I need to do, that I'm not getting done around the house, that I'm not getting done in the office, that I'm not, all of the shoulds of, well, that's kind of changing. I was going to say, um, about feeding my family. My daughter is here, my husband and I, and it's what I should be creating, that I should put more effort into that. And it's like, actually, I don't feel that anymore, because somehow naturally I am just creating things that I used to think were like a lot of work or heavy, and they're not anymore, but I'm doing them like a lot. So interesting. Yeah, overwhelm. It can be polarizing. It can just stop you. There's so, and I know the flavor of overwhelm can be different for different people. Like for me, it's about getting things done. Usually for some, it's like relationship things. It can just, yeah. Hmm. Really, it's just a collection of thoughts that we're kind of layering on top of each other. It's like overwhelm. It's like one hand on top of the other, right? Thought on top of thought on top of thought. But really, when you really kind of break it down, there's not very many thoughts in there. It's kind of a loop of the same kind of thoughts, or a collection, like a little bundle. I have a few bundles of thoughts that I layer on top. I have a lot of things collected from my kids when they were babies, and growing up and through their school years, in memory bins. And it's like that is like one whole bundle of things that I need to do, and you know thin out and make it something that, what do I want to keep, what do they want to keep. And then I have my pictures, because I still take a number of pictures, but not near as many as I used to. But I have thousands, like so many thousands of both paper pictures, when you used to take the film in, like years worth, and they're in bags, and some of them have years on them and some of them don't. And there's that's sort of another bundle. Oh, Claire, I didn't realize that I had these bundles of things that I stick together. And computers. We tend to keep computers mostly because of all the pictures, because I'm afraid that we don't have them all in one place. So I'm afraid that if we actually get rid of a computer, we're going to lose a chunk of our life, that the pictures are on that computer. Yeah, it's so interesting. Maybe this will help others too see how they have like little bundles of overwhelm that they then may layer together to make it all like, oh, like that little emoji with the person just lying flat, and the tank is on E, because it's like that's how it feels, really. Hmm. And when you catch on to that, oh, there's just this one moment. Just in this one moment. It's the only moment I can do anything about. And you can only have one thought at a time, really, even though it doesn't feel like that, because they come so fast and furious, and we keep adding them on or just circling them, right, around our mind. Yeah, when you kind of catch on, it can give you some relief. But before we go there, I want to hear about overwhelm from your perspective, your experience.
I mean, same feeling. Definitely here, like mid-chest. And I often say it feels like somebody's sat on there. Like they're sat on my chest, like it's a heavy feeling. Like some feelings are more physical, like anxiety, I would say, like, or fear. That's like one of my clients once called that angry butterflies in your stomach, you know, like that. But overwhelm's got this to it. It's like it's like a heaviness for me. And it can sometimes start like first thing in the morning when I wake up, and like you said, that list of things just goes like it's there in my head. It's not there in my head, but it's like it's very fast that my mind's saying, I could do this and I could do that and do that. And I've always got so many ideas as well that they can be overwhelming too. And what used to happen really was that then, because I wanted to get rid of that heavy feeling, I would procrastinate and, faff around and not really get very focused very quickly. But I think I've probably noticed it a little faster now. And sometimes I come into my office and I just go sit in my chair and just feel it for a bit. Because you're right, it's just, I often say it's the idea that you've got to do it all now. Because if you ever could, it's ludicrous, isn't it? But it's like, that's what it feels like. It feels like that all those thoughts are there, all those things we could be doing, all those ideas, all that, it's all there at the same time. And it's as if we have to do it all now. It's like, and I think, like, I obviously talk a lot about the inner critic, and I think the inner critic is there the whole time saying, well, my inner voice often just says, well, it's just not, it doesn't matter how much you did, Claire, it'll still not be enough, will it? Because you're just really not good enough. That's what it says all the time. So then there's like another layer of it, which is the sense that, you can see all those things and you're not going to get them all done. And it feels like you should be doing them all now. And then there's this shutting yourself, and that feels terrible too. But I think when we sit with it and feel it, as I try to do that more now, it does settle on its own without us needing to do too much about it. And I find then once I let it settle, it is easy to just come and do one thing at once, which is obviously all we can actually. I know we think we're multitaskers as women, but really we're not. We don't multitask. And then I can come and then get on with one thing. And the other thing that I found helpful is around realizing that I don't know how long something is going to take. Because what I would tend to do is I tend to think about my list and I go, well, I can go do these 3 big tasks, like build a landing page, make a course for Insight Timer, and do some other massive tasks that and I've got 2 hours. I think I'm going to do all those things in 2 hours. And that'd feel quite overwhelming. And of course, then that would be an epic fail, because it's almost like, well, I guess what actually it is that it's the sense that if I do all those things, the feeling will go away. I'll feel better then. If some urgency comes in as well, then, well, if I go faster, then this horrible feeling I've got in my chest will go, because I'll have done all those things that I have this illusion that I can actually do in a tiny space of time. And one thing I found really helpful is kind of refocusing from productivity to focus. And so now I kind of say to myself, right, I'm going to focus on this one thing for X amount of time. And I don't know how much of it I'm going to get done, but I'm going to get my head down and I'm going to focus on it for however long I've got to do that. And I found that's brought so much relief. So I think I've got an article on Substack or my website or something. It's called Focus Over Productivity, or Focus versus Productivity, something like that. Because when we look at productivity, we're kind of measuring ourselves by how much we can get done, and we're really rubbish at that. And we get very overwhelmed by thinking about all the things we can do. But if we just go, right, my plan is I'm going to focus for however long on this one thing, that just takes all that. And then you can kind of feel good about yourself because you did focus on that thing for however long you said you were going to focus on it. And that seems a little easier to control as well. Like, not that we can control anything really, but that feels a little easier to decide. We can't decide what we're going to be able to do in the future, or how long something's going to take. My daughter and I chatted about this, and I said I always underestimate how long something's going to take. She says she always overestimates how long something's going to take, and when she starts, she finds she gets it done a lot faster. So she gets overwhelmed because she thinks something's going to take a really long time, and then when she actually starts it, it doesn't take as long. Whereas I'm the other way. I get overwhelmed because I think I can do 16 things in of time. And clearly it's almost like my body's going, no, you can't. That thinking is a pile of rubbish. That's why it feels blooming awful in your body, because you're telling yourself a story, you're getting all these things done, and you're not. That's madness, absolute madness. So it's it's a feeling that I'm just about getting not a grip on, but just about getting it now, what it's all about, and I guess how to watch it dissolve, because it can, once we pause and take a breath and whatever makes sense to us in that moment.
Yeah.
You had something else when you passed the subject then to me. You had something else, didn't you?
Well, when you said there was a few things that you said that I, you said, it's like you have to do it now. And I never really caught that little nuance before. I've never really sat with overwhelm to like kind of think about it. I just was more thinking about but you're right. You're right. It's just like there is this, it's because it's all coming in now. It feels like pressure to do it all now. And how am I going to get it done? And, adding to the list and just, yeah. So that was one. I think that was really, that's a nuance that's important to note. Yes, there's that layering, and then there's the pressure to do now. And what I felt when you said, that you've seen how, well, and this was cool too, seeing how overwhelm goes to urgency, goes to like, it's never just one thing, right? There's always a party going on in there. So we're kind of taking, right? And it's out of freaking control.
Party of lunatics.
Yeah, that's right.
Crazy people in there.
It's like a full moon party all the time. Not all the time, but it can be, where there's like lots of different odd things. They get linked together and tied together. And it kind of, keeps us in this crazy orbit, right? Yeah. Until you catch it, until you see, until you recognize one moment, one thought, one thing. And when you said about what you're doing now, how you've kind of caught on to this, rather than these are the things I'm going to get done, it's like, I'm going to focus on this one thing. I must say, even just saying it out loud, I just felt my energy go, and I had some tingles go down my legs, because it's like how relieving, how relieving it is on the whole nervous system to just allow yourself to put your attention on one thing, and then keep going with that until it comes to a natural end or your time is out or whatever. But it's like, wow, what a relief, rather than trying to jam in a bunch of things that it's near impossible to get to the end of in the little tiny block of time that we've set out for ourselves. Yeah, I see there's a number of things at play here. And this whole idea about the urgency, you know.
And I think the antidote is presence, isn't it? Like everything you just said then, I was like, oh yeah, there's lots going on, but maybe there's just a really simple antidote. I think probably presence may be the simple antidote to an awful lot of things, actually. But for overwhelm, it is, isn't it? It's like, well, if we're just now, like my mind could flip like it has. I've got a little piece of paper next to me, and there are a few things to do tomorrow on this piece of paper, and they keep catching. And I'm not reading, but the fact that they're there is catching my eye every so often. But actually, the only thing now is to have this conversation with you, and then there'll be, well, there's having tea with my mother and a boyfriend. That's next. So there's just like. There really is only now. Everything else is made up, which is why it feels so blooming awful in the body. It's like the body's going, I don't want to do time traveling. What are you doing? We can't do that. It's like, I've never really, like, as I'm saying that, I've never really thought of why the body cries out so fervently when our thinking is in the past or the future. It's because the body's like going, whoa, hang on, I'm not Doctor Who. I can't go like traveling through time. Please, let's just stay here where I feel comfortable and where I am actually. It's almost like the mind's having this weird kind of out of body experience where it's off in a different time zone, back or forward, and the body is in the middle, and it feels like it's almost been like some weird, like sci-fi movie, thing.
Yes.
Like that's it, isn't it? That whenever we feel some level of discomfort in the body, it is just that we're not present. That the body is still in the present moment, and the mind is elsewhere.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I love that. The antidote to everything that's on your mind and picking at you is presence.
And isn't it cool that the body is made to let us know when we're not present in our mind? Like it's literally wired to do that. You feel you're thinking about the future and not having happy thoughts about the future. You're going to feel that. We were talking about like angry butterflies is how one of my clients used to describe like that anxious feeling. Like if you're in the past with guilt and shame and just feeling bad about something, you've like that's going to feel terrible. And overwhelm is us like making up that we're going to be doing. That we're off in the future thinking about all the things we've got to do. And that feels terrible too. What a gift to have a body that provides us with this like dashboard information all the time. Like our crazy time traveling mind.
Right? It is our grounding mechanism. Indeed. My stomach has been growling, telling me that, yeah, this might be like next on the next thing to do. We'll see if it's still growling at the end. It does. There's always cues. There's always cues of some kind.
Well, luckily I can't hear it. That's good. Sometimes when I'm recording stuff, in my office, and I used to have my microphone like here in front of me, and my stomach would growl, and I'd play the recording back, and there would be my stomach growling. I've got it on an arm now, so I don't. It's not
Oh.
my stomach, but it's still. The other day I was recording something, and my stomach was going like really loud. I was like, I'll just play that back. Yes, there it is. My stomach. So always eat before you record, they say.
Yeah, you could make your own background noise sounds just by putting the mic in front of your stomach and just letting it, do its rhythmic thing. You can put it in the background. You can create a talk specifically around something that all this growling, gurgling, whatever could relate to. You could do a course on that, Claire.
I mean, I love you, Michaela, but I think I might give that one a miss if it's all right.
Fun.
Oh, that was brilliant.
This is really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we both had some like insights there, didn't we, about it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
And hopefully everybody else will find it helpful too.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Till next time then, I guess, hey?
Aye, absolutely. Aye, I went back to Yorkshire there.
Aye.
Aye, it will. Aye, it'll be grand.
Okay. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, lovely. Take care.
Thank you
Lots
too.
of love. Bye.
Ciao.